Hello, and welcome back to my channel, The Midlands Investor, your one-stop shop for all things investing in personal finance. In this video, we will explain why the first $100,000 is the hardest to accumulate and why thereafter it gets significantly easier. The video will explore the factors that contribute to this phenomenon, including the lack of financial literacy, high expenses, fear of the stock market, lack of discipline, and high rates of inflation. We will also examine how accumulating the first $100,000 can lead to momentum, increased risk tolerance, networking events, and compound interest, all of which can make it easier to accumulate more wealth. So, without further ado, let's dive in and explore this fascinating topic. Section number 1. Why is the first $100,000 so hard to accumulate? Number 1. The lack of financial literacy. One of the primary reasons why the first $100,000 is the hardest to accumulate is the lack of financial literacy. Many people lack the knowledge and skills necessary to manage their finances effectively. They may not know how to create a budget, how to save money, or invest wisely, making it challenging to accumulate significant wealth. According to a study conducted by the National Financial Educators Council, only 24% of millennials demonstrate basic financial literacy skills, and only 8% of high school students have completed a personal finance course. Number 2. High expenses. Another factor that contributes to the difficulty of accumulating the first $100,000 is high expenses. Living expenses such as rent, food, transportation and healthcare can consume a significant portion of an individual's income, leaving little to no money for saving or investing. This is especially true in cities with a high cost of living, such as London, San Francisco, or New York City. Number 3. The fear of the stock market. Many individuals are afraid of the stock market and avoid investing in equities altogether. This fear can be attributed to the volatility of the market and the potential for significant losses. However, history has shown that the stock market has consistently delivered returns over the long term, and investing in equities is a crucial component of building wealth. Number 4. The lack of discipline. Another reason why the first $100,000 is the hardest to accumulate is the lack of discipline. It can be tempting to spend money on things that provide instant gratification, such as a new car or a fancy vacation. However, disciplined saving and investing over the long term is necessary to accumulate significant wealth. And finally, number 5. Inflation. Inflation can erode the value of savings over time, making it more challenging to accumulate wealth. Inflation reduces the purchasing power of money, meaning that the same amount of money will buy fewer goods and services over time. Therefore, individuals must earn returns on their investments that exceed the rate of inflation to maintain the value of their savings. A significant feat. So, with all that being said, why does it get easier after the first $100,000? Let's move into section number 2 to find out. Momentum. One of the main reasons why it gets easier to accumulate wealth after the first $100,000 is momentum. Once an individual has accumulated this amount of wealth, they may be more motivated to continue saving and investing. The feeling of accomplishment that comes with reaching this milestone can inspire individuals to set even more ambitious financial goals. Improved financial literacy. Accumulating the first $100,000 can also lead to improved financial literacy. As individuals become more financially secure, they may be more motivated to learn about personal finance and investing. They may read more books, take courses, or listen to more podcasts to gain a better understanding of how to manage their money effectively. Reduced expenses. As individuals accumulate wealth, they may also be able to reduce their expenses. For example, they may be able to pay off debt or purchase a home, which can reduce their monthly housing costs. Additionally, they may be able to negotiate better rates for services such as insurance or utilities. These reduced expenses can free up more money for saving and investing. Another factor that can make it easier to accumulate wealth after this point is an increased risk tolerance. As individuals become more financially secure, they may be more willing to take on greater investment risk to achieve higher returns. This increased risk can lead to higher returns on investments, accelerating the accumulation of wealth. Network effects. As individuals accumulate wealth, they may also have access to a broader network of people who can help them achieve their financial goals. They may have access to financial advisors, accountants, or other professionals who can provide guidance and support. Additionally, they may have connections to other individuals with similar financial goals, creating a community of like-minded individuals who can offer advice and support. And finally, the compound interest. Compound interest can make it easier to accumulate wealth after the first $100,000. As individuals continue to save and invest, their wealth will grow exponentially through the power of compound interest. Over time, the returns on investments will compound, meaning that individuals can earn returns not only on their original investment, but also on the returns generated by their investment to date. This can lead to significant wealth accumulation over time. Let's look at some real-world examples now to illustrate these concepts just discussed. Example number 1. John is a recent college graduate who is just starting his career. He has a starting salary of $50,000 and has $10,000 in student loan debt. John lives in a city with a high cost of living and spends most of his income on rent, food, and transport. John wants to save money, but is struggling to do so because of his high expenses. He is also afraid of the stock market and has not invested any money to date. To overcome these obstacles, John decides to create a budget and reduce his expenses. He also starts investing in a low-cost index fund to take advantage of the long-term growth potential of the stock market. After a few years of disciplined saving and investing, John has accumulated $100,000 in savings and investment. This accomplishment motivates John to continue saving and investing, and he becomes more and more financially literate along the way. He is also able to negotiate better rates for his expenses, reducing his monthly expenses and freeing up more money for saving and investing. Over time, John's wealth continues to grow through the power of compound interest. Example number 2. Sarah is a successful business owner who has accumulated significant wealth over the years. She has access to a network of financial professionals who help her manage her finances and invest her money. Sarah is also a member of a community of successful entrepreneurs who share advice and support. Sarah's wealth has grown significantly through the power of compound interest, and she's now able to take on greater investment risks to achieve even higher returns. In conclusion, accumulating the first $100,000 can be challenging due to factors such as lack of financial literacy, high expenses, fear of the stock market, lack of discipline, and high rates of inflation. However, once individuals overcome these obstacles and accumulate this amount of wealth, they can experience momentum, increased risk tolerance, network events, and compound interest, all of which can make it easier to accumulate more wealth. Therefore, it is essential to start early and be disciplined in saving and investing to overcome the initial hurdles and experience the benefits of long-term wealth accumulation. And once again, that's it. Thank you for watching. I've been the Midlands Investor. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this content, and I'll see you again next time. And that's it. Thank you for watching. I've been the Midlands Investor. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this content, and I'll see you again next time.